Is a memory care place or residential care home the best option for my loved one? This is a question I hear quite often. Hi, I'm Catherine Watson. I'm an independent elder care consultant, and I help families figure out what the next step is and what would be the appropriate placement for your loved one. So let's talk about this. I had a lady call me yesterday. She was trying to place her mom, and she'd heard a lot about the residential care homes and thought that this might be a great option. She liked the fact that they were usually more reasonably priced than some of the larger facilities, and she liked the idea of the homey environment. But let's see if it was the right fit for her. So we'll just call her Susan. Susan called, and this is what she told me. Mom has the typical signs of dementia. She's not been diagnosed with any particular type of dementia, but she is exhibiting the typical dementia behaviors. She forgets things. She forgets to take her medications, which is a huge red flag. She's also tells her the same stories over and over and over again. Now, these two symptoms would lead me to believe that there are lots of different options that mom could go into. She may even be appropriate for an independent living facility with some care on the side. She could definitely go into a residential care home. But as I began to dig a little deeper and get more information from the daughter, Susan told me that mom also a lot of times got up in the middle of the night and wandered around. It was typical that sometimes she would be, they were worried because she had turned on the oven in the middle of the night and then left it on all night and went back to bed. Big red flag again that she's not appropriate to live alone anymore. So this raised a red flag. Would a residential care home be the most appropriate for her? If she's wandering in the middle of the night, yes, there is a caregiver round the clock in these homes, but is she going to be disturbing other people in the home? So if it's a small home that holds about 6 people, chances are she's going to disturb the other residents, and that may not be the appropriate placement for her or for the home. So that's something you want to look at. As we talked further, I found out that she also seemed to be obsessed with the thought that she hadn't eaten. She would forget right after a meal that she had already eaten, and she'd wonder why the caregiver, they had a home caregiver right now, why the caregiver didn't give her more food. And she would complain and holler and just really cause a lot of aggravation for the caregiver. In fact, Susan told me they had gone through a number of caregivers because a lot of them just couldn't handle her behavior. Wow. This definitely is a red flag for me that this is not an appropriate placement for your typical residential care home. They're not going to be able to have the resources to keep her engaged all day. In a typical residential care home, they will have some activities, but Susan's mom needs a lot of activity to keep her engaged, to keep her mind off of needing more food. And feeling like she hasn't been fed. So I think a memory care place would probably be the best bet for Susan's mom at this time. And there's a lot of different memory care facilities out there. Some of the smaller residential care homes have actually begun to open up 16-bed Alzheimer's certified memory care homes. And that's something to look at. The large memory care facilities in the area offer so much in the way of engagement. If you walk into one of these places, you will notice there's always something going on. And often there's 2 or 3 things going on because they can. They have enough people there and they have enough staff. So if mom doesn't like jewelry making, it's okay. There's another group outside in the garden working in the flower beds. So there's always something different going on and people around to help engage and keep her engaged and entertained. So memory care facilities have their place. Residential care homes have their place. Independent living homes have their place. There is a place for everybody, and there's no one right answer. If you need some extra help, I'm Catherine Watson. I'm an independent elder care consultant. That means I do not have any affiliation with any companies and am able to refer you to wherever is the best option for your aging loved one.